Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Once again, this game was donated by card. And when somebody donates a game, I try to follow through with their request to the best of my ability, which is why Mist is here along with us.
Hi everyone.
That's not the thing you can do. But anyway, if you missed the mention on episode 2 about what is going on with the audio, make sure to check that episode so you can understand why our audio is weird these last few episodes.
Elfric's been taken hostage.
Yeah.
Doing such a dishonorable thing. It doesn't matter.
It's kind of
We've got to form a rescue party. I just hope we're not getting in over our heads. We don't exactly know what we're dealing with.
Who would do such a dishonorable thing?
Ask me, we can't expect to just mosey
Someone
on
who has no honor?
the chalice and make it out alive.
Hmm?
someone who
Yeah, someone has no honor.
Saving Elfric and roughing up the jerks who took him. It's just, well, as the relentless king of grappling, I'll be fine. But I'm worried about the others.
You'll be fine. You're the one that freaking almost dies every time he gets attacked.
The Ashen Wolves are strong, but I don't think even they can do this on their own. You'll lend them a hand, won't you, Professor? Please, save Elfric.
It's gotten pretty dangerous around here, so we've sent all the children back to their homes. I hope Elfric's all right.
Excuse me. So I am looking for this guy. It's hard to see what they are when they're always talking. As soon as I'm close enough to see the thing.
Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go. Is this it?
Wow! You
There you go.
basically used that up.
Is this it? There you go.
I'm very close to
Is
just
this it?
not
There
even
you go.
having his gauntlets there for the rest
Is
of
this
that
it?
fight.
There you go. Is this it? 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 There you go.
Wow, it's a moment.
Come back anytime.
Welcome.
have you used the
Wait, what?
bullions?
This one?
Yeah, bullions.
This one? Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, luckily I do have these bullions, but
Thank you.
I'm just like, I had 8,000 gold.
This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. Please come again.
Now you have 8,000 again?
Yeah. How'd I do?
Perhaps. We were hoping the chalice would protect Abyss, but it's the reason Elfric got captured. That's ironic. The people here really adore him. I'm sure they'd appreciate our help getting him back. Then again, are we getting too involved? Maybe we should leave before we make things any worse. We were hoping that people then.
The identities
Don't let
of the
you help
criminals
us.
are a closely guarded secret of the church. Yet Elfric's status was disclosed in that letter. Could this signal a power struggle within the church? Or perhaps that's what they want us to believe. Either way, we should pay close attention.
I see. According to the legend that Elfric shared with us, the chalice has the power to bring back the dead. Are his captors hoping to resurrect someone? Or perhaps they simply intend to sell it for an exorbitant payoff.
So it turns out old Elfric is a cardinal, huh? Hard to imagine such an important figure getting abducted. And whoever took him somehow knows we have the chalice. I bet they know how to use the thing, too. I doubt they just plan to decorate their mantle with it.
the girl who took Elphick. I've seen him before. He wouldn't hesitate to slaughter an entire town if he stood to gain even a little by it. His laugh chills me to the bone.
No.
Taste
I have seen
woman.
nothing. I have been here, in this place where I always am. You cannot think it was me who did something. I am full of innocence.
Let's see. Interesting. I was speaking
Yeah,
with
something
Happy
tells me
earlier,
it had something to
and
do
it
with
dawned
her
on
as
me that
well.
She may possess a unique crest. Perhaps it's linked to the Four Apostles. If so, then in the chasm... No, there isn't enough to back that up. Oh, sorry, Professor. I need to think on this longer before sharing my theories.
Elfric is a prominent figure in the church. If the Archbishop hears what happened, she might send the Knights of Seros. That'd make things complicated. Folks down here don't trust her.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. And it's me. I'm a failure. A farce. An insult to the noble title of Abyss Keeper. Master Elfric's done so much for me. I wanted to pay him back one day, but instead, I let this happen. I'll never make this up to him. I'm disgusted with myself. Don't look at me, I'm a monster.
It all happened so fast. They forced their way in and took Elfric. There was nothing I could do. We all wanted to fight, but Elfric stopped us. He always thinks of others first, even if it means sacrificing himself.
Alright, well. Actually, no, there are still 2 more people to talk to.
No, yeah.
Almost missing.
Classroom.
Yeah.
Things were
Oh,
dicey
3
for a
more.
bit there.
Okay.
Gotta say, I'm relieved that no harm befell anyone in Abyss. I've made sure that the elderly and children are hidden in their homes. They need to stay safe.
The elderly and children, despite the fact that it's definitely elderly around here.
Nothing right now,
Can I help?
but I might call on you for a favor later. So that's the deal. People are safe for now. And I can't shake the feeling that something's just off. All we can do at this point is focus on the problem staring us in the face.
We've gotta get Alfie back. I was abducted once, when I was younger. My captor used me as a test subject in her twisted experiments. Maybe we can just give them the chalice and they'll release him unharmed.
Might I have a word? It concerns the blackguards who abducted Elfric. I alluded to it before, but I sincerely believe there is a spy in Abyss. You're in agreement then?
I think you're right.
Yuri is exceedingly devoted to his friends, but there are times that he can be a bit too trusting.
And all the information. Okay, yeah, yes.
We really lucked out there. Fewer injuries than I would have expected, and most were minor.
I suppose the only conclusion we can draw is that they really were after Elfric all this time.
Perhaps they were instructed to avoid unnecessary casualties.
Is that Elfric guy really a cardinal? Are the secret cardinals really a thing? I thought that was a myth.
Hard to believe. Did you folks in the Ashen Wolves know that?
No, that's news to me. The identity of the Cardinals is top secret, even within the church. He never would have told us something like that. Oh, except maybe Yuri.
He and I talk about a lot of things. But right now, I'd say we have more important topics to discuss than his title. Elfric's been kidnapped. What are we going to do about it?
Even if it is in the name of rescuing him, we simply cannot hand over the chalice to those scoundrels.
Let's just give them the thing and be done with it.
Professor, I came as fast as I could when I heard the
Oh,
report. I had no idea
Elise.
you'd be here.
Is this loud, excitable knight a friend of yours?
Excitable is certainly a word for Eloise.
The friends of my father's. It's just rare. I don't know this land.
Precisely so. I'm Alois, right-hand man to the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Gerald.
Oh my. That means our professor here is the child of a captain.
Now, about Elfric's kidnapping. Since he's an important member of the church, we must use any means necessary to find him. That said, most of the Holy Knights have been deployed to deal with the Western Church.
Sure.
Okay, so this is going on during the Western Church skirmish.
I like your attitude.
Yeah.
Though I'm still embarrassed that we're not in full force. But hey, at least we're quite forceful.
Here, take this letter. We believe it was left by whoever kidnapped the cardinal. In it, the enemy clearly spells out their plan. They're after a chalice that was hidden beneath Abyss.
A chalice? A chalice? Ah, do you mean the chalice? But no, why would it be there? I've never heard anything about it being stowed away in Abyss.
Then this is gonna come as a shock, pal.
Right? Because it was.
What in the goddess's name? Is that really the chalice from the legends?
The probability of that is unassailably high. Yes.
It was guarded by a bunch of giant creepy toys. There was powerful magic protecting it and everything.
You say so. Wow. That means the story about the chalice being bound was true. Well, what's done is done. Oh, but I guess it's not done just yet. I must report this to Lady Rhea at once.
And betrayal.
Betrayal.
So that is what
Who
transpired.
is the rat?
This is indeed the Chalice of Beginnings. It matches the descriptions in the few records of it that remain.
Don't beat around the bush. What's our punishment?
Says the woman who probably would have seen it originally.
Well, I mean, she is Sarah's, so she was the one that made it.
You removed a most sacred treasure. Truly, it is my obligation to mete out punishment.
Because the challenge was Sarah's, the way is Sarah's, so yeah.
You also helped the church locate a valuable artifact. In light of this good deed, I shall forgive the bad one. I do wonder. I'm wondering whether your presence had anything to do with the artifact's unbinding, Professor. As per the Church Chronicles, the four apostles secured the chalice with powerful magic. The only way to release the chalice is by using the four crests passed down through their bloodlines. However, given the special power you possess, perhaps you were able to unlock it yourself. There is no knowing at present. For the time being, I will keep the chalice somewhere safe. As for Elfric, I assure you that the knights will find and return him in due time. I consider him to be one of my many children, after all. I will not allow harm to befall him.
Lady Rhea, might I ask a moment of your time? We cannot be expected to give up our endeavor. The enemy stated most clearly that if the knights are involved, our dear Elfric is finished. We owe him so much. If there is any ability that his life is in danger, the risk is too great to chance.
True. The knights are strong and all, but they're liable to get him killed. We can take care of it, with Chatterbox's help.
Our professor has the strength of 100 knights. Or about 1.5 of me. We got this. How about it, Rhea? We've been through too damned much to get here. Leave the chalice and Elfric to us. You won't regret it.
Lady Rhea, please.
Hearing is on the shot. I'll take more
If you
responsibility.
join your power with theirs, yes, perhaps there is hope. As you wish, I shall entrust you with the chalice.
Your Grace, the chalice is a legendary treasure. You can't just hand it over to those underground...
That is quite enough. There is no cause to worry, I assure you. There will be no further discussion on the matter. Even if we lost hold of the chalice, it would be impossible for the thieves to make use of it. Though it was created to return a life that was lost, I doubt that anyone alive knows how to accomplish that feat. If someone were to successfully replicate the ritual, it would perhaps be the work of fate.
The work of fate, indeed.
Hey, boss. Been meaning to ask. How'd you end up down here in Abyss?
What is this? Some sort of interrogation?
Yeah, you've never been big on sharing. I mean, you know all about me, and there's still so much I don't know about you.
Look, I get it. Talking about the past isn't easy. But I'm curious, yeah? So get to it. I've got all day.
Do you now? Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. I'm here because I killed some people from the church.
That cannot be!
Oh my. What do you mean by that?
I attended the academy as Count Rowe's adopted kid. There came a point when the church ordered me to wipe out some members from my old gang. Told me it was part of some important mission.
Who is this old gang you speak of?
They were nothing more than common thieves to someone like you, Constance. Anyway, they're like family to me. So naturally, I protested my orders. Things got pretty heated, and, well, the rest is history.
That's some story, pal. You're damn lucky they didn't execute you.
You're telling me. Elfric stepped in and implored them to spare my life. Told them to consider the circumstances. It's not so different for the rest of you. I'm sure he helped all of us out in different ways.
He did. I was about to be thrown in the monastery's underground jail. People thought I was dangerous, what with my gift and all. It's dark and dingy here, but it sure beats a prison cell. Elfie really saved my neck.
Back to the point. Balthus, what was it you were so curious about? You had ideas regarding why our enemies may be clawing after the chalice, perhaps?
No, nothing like that. But I am hung up on something Rhea said. That binding on the chalice was linked to the 4 apostles, yeah? I know I've got Chevalier's.
Sorry, but mind if I cut in?
What is it? I see we're busy.
I can, but I just remembered something. Something important. Specifically, the names of the apostles. Oban, Chevalier, Noah, and Timotheus. The 4 apostles whose bloodlines were lost to time.
Chevalier. Timothy.
I figured the Ashen Wolves might have thoughts about all that.
No use hiding it now, Constance. Let's lay all of our cards on the table. As for me, I've got the major crest of Chevalier. When I enrolled at the academy, the church ordered me to keep that tidbit to myself. So I did.
Mm-hmm. And I've got the major crest of Oban. Never did sort out how it is I have this thing.
As for me, the blood of Saint Noah courses through my veins. This is kept hidden, even from the Empire.
Which probably means mine's from Timotheus. I do have a vague recollection of being told my crest is rare.
So the 4 crests, which were presumed lost, have all been gathered into the same house.
Yeah, somebody's doing this on purpose. That's exactly what I'm thinking, God.
Why could that be? If it was the chalice they were after, they could have stolen it from us without the need for anything sly.
Maybe someone had it out for him. Or maybe he messed around with the wrong people.
Or it could just be unrelated entirely. We're trying to untangle this mess by tying more knots into it. I mean, Balthus, you landed here on accident, didn't you? It's not like that's linked to the rest of us. Now, you could just as easily have never ended up down here, you know? You're jumping at shadows. Anyway, we don't have time for this. Let's get our act together and head to the chapel ruins.
But did he though? Oh, unless they're gonna pull some kind of twist here, that's just almost confirmation that it's all Alfred did. Like they basically came out and said it there. Unless they're gonna pull some weird twist that I don't even know where they're gonna. Oh, okay, another exploration
Go
segment.
to all that trouble bringing Lady Rhea a priceless artifact and not so much as a thank you? We had to release the binding and everything! Well, I mean, it kind of released on its own, but still! Let's wrap this up and head home, so I can get some quality sauna time. Hilda needs a steaming.
The 4 apostles. Finally, it makes sense.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
understand why my village was hidden away from the rest of the world. Now I finally get it. What a relief.
My head's gonna explode if I keep thinking about all this complicated junk. For now, we just need to focus on rescuing Elfric and sniffing out some answers. I know it's been one crisis after another, but you're still game to help us, yeah? We need you, pal.
Is Elfric an enemy or an ally? He's worked tirelessly to protect Abyss for years and years. Yet, had House Nouvelle not met such a terrible fate, I would never have come to Garrick Mach. And Noah's bloodline would never... Can his kidnapping really be a simple coincidence? Or...
I suppose it's all out in the open. Now you know just what I'm capable of. The church would have destroyed me ages ago if it wasn't for a certain someone having my back. My life was spared. It's a debt I intend to pay, no matter the cost.
Seems far too coincidental that all 4 of them got brought
I may
here.
not look it, but I'm shocked. It's like casting a line and thinking you've landed the big one, but then you reel it in and it's Sedith. Okay, that was a weird analogy. The point is, I'm very, very shocked.
Okay, that one was funny, Leonard.
To be fair, I think anyone would be shocked if they cast a light into that pond to finish, and they pulled out
I'm
a
surprised
fucking
Lady Rhea was
human.
so willing to just
Right.
hand over the chalice.
Well,
like that. Doesn't
human.
the church consider it important?
Air quotes.
Right.
I know she said they wouldn't be able to use it.
I mean,
Something.
unlike Rhea, who hasn't been fully revealed, like, Rhea, we've seen that Rhea is the Immaculate One, and the Immaculate One is Sarah, so therefore she is Sarah. We haven't seen that Flame and Seth are Keyhole and Cephaline, but I'm 99% sure that's the truth. So...
Those lost crests. They must all have their own relics, don't you think? But before we dig into a new mystery, we better figure out the ones we're already working on. I have a theory, but actually scratch that. No use guessing when our answers await at the chapel ruins.
The descendants of the 4 apostles. Fascinating. To think that their bloodlines carried on in secret. Right under our noses. One was even disguised as imperial nobility. House Nouvelle was thought to be descended from Saint Macula, but that was a fabrication. How did they manage to avoid detection for so many generations?
Curiouser and curiouser.
There is danger here, because we could be attacked. But the same danger is there for me on the surface. The only way to leave the danger is to disappear.
Why is this weird?
So it is. Lost crests? Elfric's objective? Since our journey's outset, the mystery has only deepened. Please, forgive me. Musing aloud isn't going to get us anywhere. For now, let's finish our preparations. I fear a battle is imminent.
Indeed.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Guess that's pretty usual here. Maybe it's not worth reporting. Perhaps I should say, nothing to report? Nah, tried it on, doesn't feel right. In any case, about Master Elfric. Bring him back to us, okay? For my part, I'll look after things down here. If our enemy shows up, I'll stay by my post. I mean, I have to eat and stuff, but I'll come right back. Count on it.
I love that a Abysskeeper here is basically our gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Please. Maybe you think this is a bad time to talk about what we drink down here, but I'm gonna anyway. See, the problem isn't in the local ingredients. It's what's getting shipped in that's the issue. With the right equipment, we could probably make our own. Cut out the need to import anything. Hell, maybe we could even export some of it. As soon as Elfric's back, I'm gonna see what he thinks of the idea. So, make sure Elfric comes back safe, alright?
If the church knows that Elfric's been abducted,
They really
why haven't
get
the
outside
Knights of
support,
Saros
though.
done anything?
Yeah.
I know you're all doing your best. I just hope it'll be enough. We can't afford to lose him.
I am. The cook here in this cafeteria is a dancer.
Oh yeah, it is. It is in fact the male dancer outfit. That's cool. Neat.
Please.
Oh my. Elfric dies, Abyss will go right back to being the garbage dump it was before. Won't matter too much for an old codger like myself, but the kids, it'd be hard to see
They
their
need
hopes
outside support for the place to truly be livable.
Yeah. They've had some level of support from Elfric, but what would a cardinal gain from supporting these people, you know?
Yuri somehow
They wouldn't gain anything.
He's closer with Elfric than anyone. So he's
A
got the
personal
most
army,
reason to
him.
be upset. I'm sure he's just
Well,
really
yeah.
having the same feelings we're all having.
Especially if he's looking to try and control the church or something more than what he
On the
had
surface
to do.
too. Maybe only some surface people are the worst. Anyway, good luck.
The Ashen Wolves can take on anything. They'll make sure it all turns out okay, won't they?
I'm actually not gonna proceed even though we've done everything because at half an hour, and this is probably the one chance we have to do an episode of just exploration. Considering I have no. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, the echo like disappeared there for a second.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think I lost connection for a second.
That makes sense. But yeah, and I was saying, like, with the fact the exploration segments have only taken about 10 minutes, and we left the exploration from the previous chapter for this episode, and we got exploration this chapter. Pretty good, actually. I feel like this is good enough to be own episode, and a lot more on, you know, more exploration and cutscenes. So, next episode will be the next battle, and I mean, I'm feeling like there can't be too much more to the story because of how far along we are at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this is probably the last, if not second to last chapter. It's probably not too many episodes. But if it is the last, then it would definitely make sense to keep like as much for the next episode as possible, you know? You know, as much time as we can dedicate to that. So, but this is where we'll end this episode. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the episodes you might have missed. And with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good day, everyone.
See you later.